Good afternoon and welcome to the principal news conference of GEM4ME Investments PLC that took place on Monday, February 11th of 2018. My name is Oleg Lipovetsky and I'll be translating on behalf of the Board of Directors. Valery Ostrikov speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and welcome to our weekly news conference. There are a lot of exciting notions to go over today, but let's traditionally begin with discussing technological updates to all three versions of the Messenger. Firstly, the following update was released on February 13th and it introduced the following functions. Introduction of the first portion of the forward function, when messages will be forwarded to other chats depicting the author of the original message. Realization of the third part of the block a user functionality. Realization of the second portion of the share a contact functionality. Keyboard redesign and all of its core elements. All the buttons excluding emoji, voice messages, geolocation files, and others were moved from the main screen as one element, and integration and settings of the app's flyer service for tracking events necessary for marketing, as it helps for our marketing team to pinpoint the exact sources from which we receive new users and maximize their effectiveness. These are all the technological news regarding our messenger for this week. In other news, I would now like to discuss the most important notion that we are currently working on, the aspect of how the messenger will be generating profits. The importance of fintech is crucial for our messenger and its success due to the fact that fintech is the core of both our platform and market space, as well as for monetization and sending monetary funds between users. However, there is also another important aspect that can be best depicted based on the example of two systems that are currently developing. For instance, Stripe is a technology company. Its software allows for individuals and businesses to receive payments over the internet. Stripe provides for technical and fraud prevention and banking infrastructure required to operate online payment systems, as it combines the traditional banking industry with online payments in it. The table depicts the amount of initial investment ranging from $1.8 million to $2 million, similar to the amount of investment in our messenger. Yet, as you can see, as the service starts being launched, Stripe received more investment and the value of the business in 2019 grew to $20 billion in the 7 years since it was founded, due to their capability to process a large amount of transactions between various users. They created a large cash flow by allowing other internet projects to use Stripe as the platform to process payments. Furthermore, Revolut is a United Kingdom financial technology company that offers banking services including a prepaid debit card, a currency exchange, cryptocurrency exchange, and peer-to-peer payments. The Revolut mobile app supports spending and ATM withdrawals in 120 countries and sending in 26 currently directly from the app. During its initial stages, the amount of investment totaled at €2 million per year, while Revolut did not offer any groundbreaking notions, but rather functionality similar to Stripe. In 2016, the value of the Revolut grew to $1.6 billion due to the amount of users only. These are the notions happening right now on the market, at the same time while we are building our platform. We're also moving in the same direction as well, while at the same time we are developing our market space platform and smart wallet. In any case, as soon as we launch both of these platforms, these two notions will also drive the value of the messenger up due to the amount of cash flow and new users. Furthermore, we are building our platform with alienable services and localization, which allows for us to develop our messenger and operate it in various countries separately, which not many messengers can do. In a matter of a couple months, our messenger will be polished from all the bugs and will allow for us to introduce our financial infrastructure, after which we will have to focus strictly on promotion and marketing and launching our messenger in new countries. We are anticipating for the value of our unique platform to be much higher than the amount that I have discussed earlier. On this note, I would like to thank you for your time, as I am now passing the word to Alexander Kuchinovsky, the member of the Board of Directors. Alexander Kuchinovsky speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and partners, and let's continue our conference today, as I also have very exciting news to discuss. Firstly, let's begin by discussing the traditional news regarding our business and all the updates for the following week, and also our current amount of users. Firstly, our current amount of users is at 7,225,583. It is very exciting to see our application grow and prosper, while at the same time we are getting closer and closer to 10 million of users mark, and the speed of promotion will only grow from there. Moreover, I would like to congratulate our partners who earned the most over the course of last week, those who keep on promoting our project and working hard to bring us to our one mutual goal. We've had a very interesting week this time, and the geography of top earning partners is very widespread. While the earnings this week start with 1,100 euros, and let's congratulate Khabarovsk, Russia and Yekaterinburg, Russia with 1,100 euros. 1,190 euros in Novopolotsk, Belarus, 1,200 euros in Maple, Canada, Brampton, Canada, and Tokyo, Japan, Izhevsk, Russia, and Kaliningrad, Russia. 1,400 euros in Krasnoyarsk, Russia, followed by 1,490 euros in Rubtsovsk, Russia, 1,580 euros in King City, Canada, 1,600 euros in Izhevsk, Russia, followed by 1,900 euros in Kiev, Ukraine, 1,900 euros as well in Tokyo, Japan, 2,900 euros in Ufa, Russia, 2,920 euros in Lohja, Finland, 3,000 euros in Yekaterinburg, Russia, 4,700 euros in Murmansk, Russia, 5,360 euros in Maple, Canada, and last but not least, 5,800 euros in Kiev, Ukraine. Furthermore, our top earning partner of last week is from Kiev, Ukraine with the amount of 5,800 euros. Congratulations to the partner on earning such a respectable amount in just a week, and we are looking forward to seeing the earnings next week. In other news, our two strong presidents Andrzej Pluta and Tomasz Zarnecki are currently in Japan and are hosting meetings with leaders and partners during which a lot of new information was discussed. Our Japanese team works profoundly and is very active, as their weekly earnings speak for themselves. Just recently, one Japanese partner earned 24,900 euros in just 1 week. We wish the whole team great accomplishments over the course of the coming weeks, while we will apply all of our efforts in order to motivate our big Japanese team to work continuously and independently. Furthermore, I would like to discuss and showcase some of the recent slides showcasing our business and what we are striving to achieve, as there are still some people who believe that we are creating a messenger, but in reality we are doing much more than that, and I wanted to provide some clarification. Therefore, the quadrant that is very well known and is featured in the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book by Robert Kiyosaki depicts how practically everyone who starts conducting business is striving to reach and be in the margin of large investors, while there is still a lot of work to be done in order to get there. One of the best books that Robert Kiyosaki wrote, yet not many read it or even know about it, Rich Dad's Guide to Investing, describes where it is best to invest, how, in what ways, and when. Mr. Kiyosaki proceeds to dividing all investors into 5 categories. First category being an accredited investor, those investors who can be an investor by either having a certain amount of earnings or assets owned. Second, being a qualified investor, which is an investor who has particular knowledge about investing in addition to his or her financial ability to invest. Next, a sophisticated investor, who is an investor who also possesses knowledge about taxation in order to optimize one's investment. Next, an investor from within, or an insider, who can influence the decision-making of a company that he or she is investing in. And the last category is an investor of the highest category, which stands for an investor who has already invested in a company, but his or her profits depend on how much other people invest in the same company. In other words, all of the world's richest people, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, and others are rich not because they receive astronomical salaries, but rather their financial well-being depends on the amount of shares that their company owns. And the value of those shares is decided by the fact that other investors are bringing money to the particular business. And only then, the attractiveness and value of the business grows, driving the capitals of those people up. Moreover, in this case, venture investments offer the opportunity to receive the highest profits compared to investments in real estate or stocks, as venture investments are capable of skyrocketing. One of the most famous cases serves as the best example of such tendency. Jim Getz, the partner of Sequoia Capital, bet on Young Koom, founder of WhatsApp, by investing $60 million in the messenger during its last stages of development. Getz made the best exit in all of venture business's history when the startup was sold for $19 billion to Facebook. 3 years of investing generated a profit of $3 billion for Getz. Furthermore, there are also other famous examples of successful investments when investors would receive not 1000% profits, but even tens of 1000% profits on their initial investments. In other words, there are no other kind of investments with such margins of profits anywhere else. In addition, there are also 3 main categories of investors who put their money into venture projects. First one being early business birds, who invest $10,000 to $300,000 in a project in its initial stage. Next one being private and micro investors, their clubs and syndicates, those who invest with amounts of up to $500,000 to $1 million. And last, venture funds, with investment amounts of $1 to $5 million. Most of the time, venture business is complicated not only due to the fact that one needs to fully understand what he or she is investing in, but also due to the volumes of investment. Which is why our business is truly unique, as all of our investors and shareholders are of highest category, as the amount of one's profit depends on introducing other investors to the project and, most importantly, the ability to become the company's shareholder starting with an amount of 135 euros, which has never been offered before and is the reason why our messenger is the messenger of the people, and we are developing for several years now without any major investors who would most likely change the course of our development. This is the core characteristic of our business. Moreover, I would now like to briefly discuss 7 advantages of our business that allow for us to be very optimistic about our project's nearest future. Firstly, the market of messengers cannot be monopolized. There are always many different messengers, and our GEM4ME also has the same chances of being worth billions of dollars like other messengers on the market do. Another major advantage of our project is the high valuation of the business, as these valuations were conducted by independent auditing companies and depict continuous growth in value of our application. The most recent valuation was conducted in June of 2018 and totaled $157 million and proves the real value of our business. The third advantage is the fact that our technological development of the main platform is practically completed by April, and all the bugs will be eliminated, as well as we will also add unique functionality that will set our messenger apart from others on the market today. Next, yet another major advantage of ours is the global commercial and financial market space platform that is currently being developed on the foundation of our messenger and drastically increases the attractiveness of our application, as there will be numerous financial flows that will attract both investors and buyers. The fifth advantage of ours that we are very proud of is our developers, Synesis. They have vast knowledge and are experts in building IT solutions, as they are so highly experienced in platforms for messengers and chat bots. Full cycle of creating instant messaging services and services for users on the foundation of chat bots. Synesis is well known for some world-famous applications such as Viber and Playtika, both of which were sold for very respectable amounts and were developed from scratch by Synesys. But also, it works with such well-known corporations as IBM, Yandex, Caesars, and others. Our company is also proud of its army of fans from all over the world, as this slide depicts the top earning partners from various countries over the course of the last 6 months. We have hundreds of partners in Russia, Ukraine, Japan, Canada, Belarus, Poland, Latvia, Estonia, Israel, United States, Czech Republic, Finland, Kazakhstan, Indonesia, Slovakia, Spain, Serbia, and others. Moreover, our platform will be monetized, as today we are adding monetization tools into the platform in order to have financial flows in the application and for it to be attractive for investors. And lastly, our strategy for 2019 consists of two core aspects. First one being the full technological completion of the messenger, and secondly, we will introduce MarketSpace to the platform and will promote it virally all over the world thereafter. Additionally, this slide depicts the top earning partners and the amounts that they were able to earn in a matter of just 1 week. As you can see, our top earning weekly partners start with €8,000 all the way to €24,900, and most importantly, the geography of these partners is also very exciting, as we have partners earning great amounts in Maple, Canada, Kyiv, Ukraine, Murmansk, Russia, Ijevsk, Russia, Tokyo, Japan. This is the foundation that allows for us to continuously develop all over the world. And one last announcement regarding our 2 packages of shares for one action promotion, which continues. Yet we had to slowly decrease the complementary percentage of shares of MarketSpace that a person receives with the purchase of a package. And as of now, the bonus amount of shares is decreased to 60%. Yet these are the shares that are received completely free of charge, complimentary, and it was valid until February 18th of 2019. So be sure to take advantage of this promotion while it is still available. On this note, I wish everyone great accomplishments over the course of the next week. Keep on working hard, and I am now passing the word to Natalia Arshavskaya, the member of the Board of Directors. Natalia Arshavskaya speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and let's continue our exciting conference of today. This is a very happy time of the year, and the work has continued at full speed, and I would like to begin by congratulating those partners who achieved new heights on their career ladders. Let's begin with our new Silver Masters, the first and most important qualification of the career ladder, and we have quite a few of them today. So let's congratulate Lyudmila Smirnova from Yoshkar-Ola, Russia, Tanzilia Ishkina from Ufa, Russia, Lyudmila Putukhova from Burmakina, Russia, Konstantin Vlasov from Krasnoyarsk, Russia, Rishat Ismagilov from Stereomak, Russia, Vladimir Petrov from Yoshkar-Ola, Russia, Galina Kuznetsova from Severouralsk, Russia, Nadezhda Mikляeva from Chekhov, Russia, Abdumalik Eshokhov from Saryagash, Kazakhstan, and Sergei Popov from Vilnius, Lithuania. Let's also congratulate our new Gold Masters of this week, Svetlana Borodai from Krasnoyarsk, Russia, who also receives 2 additional shares for her speed, Kamila Tanabayeva from Taraz, Kazakhstan, who also receives 2 additional shares for her speed, Nadezhda Perevalova from Kachkanar, Russia, Vladislav Sandersky from Arad, Israel, and Inna Lapina from Yoshkar-Ola, Russia. We have a few new Platinum Masters to congratulate this week as well. Natalia Salomatina from Moscow, Russia, Galina Chetvertkova from Obninsk, Russia, Yarmo Koesistinian from Lohja, Finland, and Alfia Aybusheva from Pavlovka, Russia. I would also like to congratulate our 2 new Diamond Masters this week, Zukhra Karakhanova from Karachaysk, Russia, and Tatiana Glukhich from Ijevsk, Russia. Their sponsors submitted congratulatory messages for their accomplishments. Lydia Kuzmenko from Kachkanar, Russia. I would like to congratulate Zukhra Karakhanova for her great achievement of the Diamond Master qualification. Zukhra, I know that you are striving for this, and despite all the obstacles and lack of support from close ones, you became successful. You created a large team of investors and partners in Karachayevsk over the course of 2 years. By becoming a leader, you are able to invite another active leader to join your team, Lyubov Akbayeva, with whom you grew the structure rapidly and it continues to develop fast. I would like to especially note your never-ending optimism and the great belief in the success of our project. I would also like to wish you for all the important tasks in business to be solved quickly and effortlessly, while the set goals are achieved rapidly. You have a large family and many grandchildren whom you pay utmost attention to. Yet, despite all of this, you always manage to find time for daily promotion of GEM4ME. I wish you to not slow down and continue striving towards set goals and dreams. They will most definitely come true with GEM4ME. Valentina Shmykova from Izhevsk, Russia. I would like to congratulate Tatiana Glukhich for achieving the Diamond Master qualification. Tatiana joined our project while already being a chief operating officer of another company. She is a very goal-oriented person and makes decisions fast and well throughout. She purchased an invest package in the summer of 2017 and her whole family purchased 4 invest packages right after her, after getting inspired by the perspectives of our project. Tatiana understood the project promptly, learned more, and she now has a CCA of 4, while her business team is actively growing and developing. Tatiana is a very respected person and she is known as a woman of her word, as she conquered the reputation of the well-educated and prospective leader in our structure fast. Dear Tatiana, our team would like to sincerely congratulate you on the victory. We are convinced that you will continue to have amazing results, which will also allow for your team to drastically increase their portfolios of shares and personal earnings, as well as change their lives for the better. We are excited to see you in the directors' team soon. In other news, we've had a very profound event in Armenia and Yekaterinburg over the course of last week, and we have 2 great reviews depicting how the event went. We were excited to meet with our leaders, Olga Khramova and Vladimir Bereza, on February 8th. We accumulated a lot of questions and the whole evening was spent receiving answers. Everyone knew that remaining stagnant and waiting was not an option, as continuous work and promotion of our project needs to be done. The business meeting was hosted the next day, during which Olga discussed and presented the project in much detail. There were more attendees than we originally anticipated. Vladimir hosted the second part of the presentation, during which he discussed market space in very simple terms. Everyone was very interested, as it was now noticeable in their eyes. The hall was rented for 2 hours, but we had to stay for 3 hours instead. Even after the meeting, partners kept coming up with questions for Olga. Moreover, Olga also hosted an important school regarding CCA, which worked well, as everyone is now searching for options of how to increase their coefficients. All the attendees noted that our company is very generous, and when one builds his or her work in the right manner, he or she will earn very respectable amounts day by day. Everyone woke up and they now want to earn more and more. The visits by our sponsors help us a lot, as they motivate us and provide a new vision and belief in our common deed. I am extremely grateful to the leaders for generating confidence in the fact that we are on the right path, and we all must participate in promotion of GEM4ME on the international market. A very important event took place in Yekaterinburg's office. We invited those investors who purchased packages some time ago and are not participating as much anymore, due to the fact that they don't fully understand the purpose of the project, they don't attend conferences, and are not aware of the company's latest news. It turned out that there are about 100 partners or investors like that. It is surprising to see some of them with phones with buttons, as those individuals most definitely did not fully understand what they have invested in. Everyone was so surprised after Alexander Pivovar's presentation about what a miracle our developers have created and what is awaiting ahead. Some, however, still did not understand everything, as they heard such notions as blockchain and market space for the first time, as well as regarding the scale of our project, which was definitely recognized by everyone who attended the event. Zoya Samonova explained in simple terms what CCA is and what it is meant for, as well as provided examples of why it is important to have a good amount of shares in one's portfolio. All the attendees realized that instead of owning 2, 6, or 54 shares, one needs to own 300, 1,000, $10,000 in order to establish the desired capital. Moreover, it is not necessary to invest large amounts yourself, and you can simply promote the project and generate new investments in the project for which he or she will receive complimentary shares. I am sure that such events need to be hosted more often. At the same time, the events will continue to be hosted in various cities and countries throughout February, and based on the reviews from previous events, these conferences prove to be very effective and profound for those who attend them. Our Academy of Success will also be taking place in Yekaterinburg and other cities where everyone wishing to learn and master one's skills can do so. So be sure to contact the host for the event that you are wishing to attend in order to reserve your spot for attendance. In other news, our Helping with All of the World charity fund continues to help those partners in need, and we also received a letter of gratitude from one of the partners who asked for help recently. Greetings, dear friends. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the partners who participated in helping and assisting me. Your selflessness and heartfelt kindness truly made me feel good, which helped to also compensate for my current struggles. I would like to especially thank my sponsors, Antonina Novoselova, Irina Ashikhmina, Tatiana Slobozhanina, Tatiana Sokovikova, and my partner Valentina Karnash, as well as Valentina Grushko. A special gratitude to the Board of Directors and tech support for providing prompt assistance. No hardships are of a challenge with such a friendly and strong team. I am endlessly grateful for fate to allowing me to meet such kind and generous people and the amazing GEM4ME company. We are strong together. On this great note, I would like to thank you for your time, and I wish for everyone to keep on working hard, attain new career qualifications, and earn large checks. Until we meet next time.